What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Every Week We Follow. So today we have got a preview of the Spurs Villa game on Saturday, the 10th of Jan. It's a 5:45 kickoff in the FA Cup. The big question is, Gaz, do we give an absolute rat's about the FA Cup this season?
Yeah, it's an interesting one. First and foremost, I don't give a rat's ass because I didn't get a ticket. I tried to get a ticket, and the fucking Villa website is shit, right? And it just had it in my basket. It booted me 8 times, and then I had a message off someone from the Holt Hub who we're doing stuff who said, "Oh, I've got a couple of tickets if you want them." But I think I was at the doctor's, missed the message when I came out, texted him and went, "Oh yeah, I'll have them." He went, "Oh mate, sorry, I've given them away." I was like, "Fucking hell, man!"
Why do people do that?
I really want to go to.
Come on.
I really want to go to the Spurs Stadium, mate, to watch a football match, not just to go and see System of Down, which we're going to do in July, which is very exciting about. But in terms of the FA Cup, this is a really weird one for me because I've got such a passion for the FA Cup. Like as a kid growing up, loved it. We used to have I've said this before. We used to have family days. It felt like a massive national event, right? Yeah. But I think from the birth of the Champions League and just I don't know, since it's been at the new Wembley, it just doesn't have the same feel. Obviously, I've got the traumatic experience of losing it against Arsenal in 2015, which I don't think I've got over. PTSD, right? And from where we are now, if I was Unai Emery, I'd be focusing on the league, trying to finish third, right, at minimum. But I'm not saying we can't win the league because I still think we can. But with the gaps that we've got, staying third and push to win that Europa League for Champions League football, because that is about stabilising our club and growing it, right?
Obviously, I mean, it was a wonderful thing that Liverpool and Arsenal drew yesterday, 0-0. But it actually makes that Palace result even more infuriating because Man City drew, Chelsea lost, Arsenal drew. It's just like, what an opportunity that was. Palace were there for the taking. It's very frustrating. Very frustrating.
It's frustrating, but we should have had at least a penalty in that Palace game. And I lost. Well, it's all over TikTok. Go and watch it out. I fucking lost my shit on TikTok. I couldn't. It's just the league's corrupt, right?
But this is the FA Cup. I think, to be honest, I like the FA Cup when we're playing. I like the event of playing Chesterfield, or an opportunity to maybe play Blues, or having a derby or something like that. Would be great.
Well, we always hope, don't we?
Yeah, we always hope for that. But when you play Spurs,
we played them last season in the FA Cup as well at home.
Yeah, I know.
And obviously we went on. The run in the FA Cup last season was great. It was I enjoyed.
But it was a massive downer though, that game, and then that kind of knocked us a little bit going into that, and then there's the Man U game not long after.
Right, yeah, after the Palace game, I think it just exposed our weaknesses really, and lack of depth in the squad, and we psychological. This is why this season's huge for me, and in terms of how we handle these competitions. Right now, I'm not saying put a weakened side out against Spurs or anything, but I would go, field the strongest side possible with resting a couple of players, like rest Kamara, rest Tielemans, give Bogard, and maybe play McGinn or whatever, and mix it up a little bit, and just see if the fringe players, Marlon, Sancho, these kind of players can actually start putting in performance, because they haven't till this day. It's like, right, we haven't got anything to lose. Just go out, play with a bit of freedom. We don't care if we win. If we win, brilliant. If we don't, then we know what we're focusing on. We've got a core team. So, look, it's a tricky fixture going away to Spurs. Right? They're going to be they're going to want to be gunning for us because we've had their number really, and so it'll be like a revenge thing, and they need it really because they are struggling in the league. As by the way, I did say they would at the start of the season. I did say that Thomas Frank is out of his depth. So, and I think it's very funny that Brentford are doing better than Spurs this season. But I think we've got nothing to lose in it. Like I say, we can. I think this is. I'm a little bit gutted that it breaks our league form up. This could have been next week.
I would have loved to now have Everton, and it's like, right, come on, let's get back on it. We beat Forest. We had that game against Palace. Now let's get another win and get the momentum going. That's what we want. But it's a bit frustrating. It's not as bad as
an inconvenient time, mate. Very inconvenient.
It's not as bad as an international break. but it is frustrating. And the main thing is if we do play any of those key players, do not get injured. Do not get injured in a not a random game, but a game that isn't as important.
But we are actually not going to define our season. But it's not
exactly.
Our season,
exactly right. I mean, obviously, winning the FA Cup would be fantastic, but I wouldn't take that over qualifying for the Champions League.
100%, 100%, mate. I agree.
Right. So we're actually going to do a live starting 11 prediction here. Usually Gary does them. If this is good, let us know in the comments if you prefer this. Maybe we could do this every time. We'll see. This will be quite nice. Let us know in the comments. And as always, guys, if you are new here, please do subscribe. Drop us a like, a hype if you've got any. We are trying to grow the channel. We're trying to hit 2,000 by the end of the season if we can. I never thought I'd be saying that, by the way. I was hoping for 1750 by the end of the season. We're basically there. I'm absolutely incredible. So thank you everyone for your support.
Yes, thank you so much. It feels, we were talking yesterday, it feels like we're getting a little bit of momentum. And
we're hoping to get some guests on maybe later in the season stuff. And
stay tuned. Basically, we're working very hard behind the scenes to grow the channel. So stay with us, right? We're hopefully going places. I know it's saturated. There's loads of other good content creators out there. So, but there's enough space for us all. But there's not enough space for us all, mate. We're better. Right. Yeah. Anyway, well, mate, and if you would we are unique. That's what we are. We're very unique.
Yes. And if you would like every week we follow, jumper, I think that's on the TikTok shop. So go have a look over there. But we do also have some other merch, and it all helps support the channel. So please do that. And obviously, we do have the £5 donation competition going on for Acorns. Links in the description, QR codes down below. But let's get back to the lineups. So
yes, let's do it.
In goal.
Yes.
I mean, Emi
Martinez don't fancy playing, mate.
Well, he's also got that. He's got that calf injury.
No, he hasn't. There's fuck all wrong with him. He just doesn't want to play. Do you read that stat that he's basically come off in like 6 games this season, or not?
It's a bit bizarre. How often do you see a goalkeeper come off at any player come off at half time? It's very rare,
mate. For a goalkeeper, that is too high. Missing 6 games in a season is too high. Like no other goalkeeper's done that in the Premier League.
It's in 20 games or whatever. It's not even a full season.
I know.
Crazy. Right, left back. You going for Luca?
Yeah, mate. Rest Matson for the Everton game.
Yeah,
100%.
Left centre back.
So this is interesting. Depends who's fit, mate.
Powell or Mings?
Well, if they're fit, right, I don't know if they'll start. I think he'll keep Lindelof there, if I'm honest.
Well, let's put Lindelof in. Good old Lindelof. Right centre back.
Konza. I think he's going to keep him, mate. I think we'll probably see Torres and Mings, but yes, Torres and Mings come on at this if they are fit, in the squad. And then right back, I'm going Garcia, mate.
Garcia. He needs minutes, doesn't he?
He needs minutes, absolutely.
Where the hell is he in here? Fucking hell.
Oh, look, he doesn't even...
Oh, there he is.
There he is. Way down the pecking order, just like at Villa.
Oh. Looks about 10. Holding mid, double pivot, Bogarde. Bogarde. Who was that? Who was the other guy who just came up then? Hang on, let me just see that. Who's that? Who was it? Oh, don't matter. Okay, done. Who else hold him?
So this is, I don't know, this is a tough one because...
McGinn?
I'm going to say McGinn, right, because we haven't got anybody else. I want to rest Tielemans and Kamara. I think that
I don't think he's going to play. I think if we were playing a lower league opposition, he might play one of the youngsters, like he might play Hemmings or something there. But I don't think with this opposition, I don't think he'll throw a youngster in.
No, well, we know his record is not great at doing youngsters anyway, mate. So he's not going to do it for like you say. If it was lower opposition, I agree. But for a Premier League side, he doesn't want to. He's not going to want to get humiliated. That's for sure.
That 10, I'm thinking Buendia.
Yep. Go on, mate. Great minds. Yes, Buendia. Get him in there, son.
Yeah. I think he needs a bit of a run again. I think he needs to get his confidence up a bit. He's looked a bit lost recently.
And this is the one for me because we know this is going to happen, regardless of whether we want it to or not. Morgan Rogers is going to play on that left side, and I don't want him to because he needs rest. But
the guy can literally be headless and just.
He's just going to play in every game if he's fit. Marlon on the right.
Oh, you think he puts Marlon on the right?
Yeah. No.
No, I think he goes Sancho.
Yeah, go Sancho.
I think he goes Sancho on the right, and he goes Marlon up top.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting to see if he does with that. He might play Watkins because he wants him to keep his momentum going, because he has got a bit of momentum over the last 4 games.
Although he still can't finish his dinner. In the crucial moments, mate. You know, we had 2 against Palace, and we did the watch along, right? And you just the first one he's going out for a throw-in. The second one, he hesitates so long to try and get the shot away. He allows the defence to get across him. Or you can even call it when he should hit it, and it's just. And it's frustrating to watch week in, week out. And people come at me going, "Oh, he's been our best servant." I'm like, yes, he has, but that's what he's supposed to be. He's a fucking striker. And I don't care.
Someone did a starting 11 on a short earlier, and I commented on it because I think he had I didn't agree with quite a lot of it, if I'm honest. We should do our starting 11. I think that'd be quite interesting to us to do it. And he did it based on players that he'd seen in his lifetime. So I think it was basically Premier League era.
Yeah.
And he had in goal, he had Emi Martinez.
Fair.
He had in defence, he just shoehorned players into weird positions. But he had Matty Cash at right back.
Out of all the Villa players in all of their history, Matty Cash.
Yeah. Well, not in all the history, basically in the last 25, 30 years.
Well, even in the Premier League era, mate, just. No.
Yeah. I mean, if I could go for a player, I'd go for Carl Walker. But then in centre back, he went Konsa.
And we're talking Premier League era. I mean, I love Konsa. Don't get me wrong, but
I
don't know.
I was like,
But wait, who's the next centre back he's gone for?
Lawson.
I mean, how old is he, mate? As if Paul McGrath had centre half.
And then he had Mellberg at left back. And I was like, he said he just wanted Mellberg in there. And I was like, and he said, I think he played there a couple of times. I was like, I can't remember if he did. I would say left back. I don't know. Even Baumer's probably better than Mellberg at left back.
Baumer's been one of our best left backs, yeah.
Yeah, he's incredible. And then in the midfield, he had Gareth Barry, which I would agree with.
But it's interesting, right? Because Lee Hendry did this on the Villa website a few months ago. And he played a 3-5-2, and Gareth Barry was a left-sided centre-back because that's his natural position, apparently.
Oh, interesting. Because he played left-back a bit, didn't he? Oh, interesting. But he had... I wasn't worrying about the positions much, but it was more just the lineup. He had Gareth Barry, he had John McGinn in there. He had Morgan Rogers on the right wing. And I was like, what? And then he had Jack Grealish on the left wing.
Okay.
And then he had 2 up top. And he had Ollie Watkins and Benteke. And I was literally like, where's Ashley Young?
Yeah.
Like, to not have Ashley Young is criminal. And I was like, and also John Carew.
Mate, John Carew. Look, if you go on sub as well, John Carew, Juan Pablo Angel. You know,
and I understand Watkins has been here a while. And he's now a top goal scorer and stuff. But you've also got to think about the amount of games we have now as well. Yeah. It's like, and the team he's playing in. The team he's playing.
Mate, I think that person's just showing their age. Like you kind of you get stuck in the now, right? Yeah, you get stuck in the now rather than actually looking at it as a bigger picture. From if you were just going from the Premier League area, that my team would be.
Well, to be fair, he was saying players that he'd seen play. So I think he said over the last 20 years.
Oh, okay, all right.
So over the last 20 years would be 2005, so mid 2000s.
Well,
so yeah, you're not going back to 90s Southgate.
We all have difference of opinion, right? So, and that's fine. But he's wrong.
We could do ours. But you're wrong. I love that. That's great.
That's how I win an argument. I respect your opinion, but you're wrong. So we're just going to move on. No, I'm interested to see what the subs bench is going to be. I mean, is this young kid Allison going to be on our subs bench this weekend?
Yeah, that'd be nice,
because it would be nice just to, for me, as an indicator that he's going to be in and around the squad. Do you know what I mean?
Doesn't have to come on. He's getting involved in the match day. Yeah.
Right. So I know that Emery said he wanted to give him a couple of weeks to get into training and stuff, and that's fine, right? But ultimately, tomorrow's a great chance to go, okay, we could even give him a little cameo and see what he's made of. FA Cup, fuck all to lose, right? Just because I'm getting a little bit bored of us over the last few years signing young players and never developing them, never push. Look at what Louis Barry, Cameron Archer,
we need to speak
Redmond
about
kid, this Allison,
we need to speak about Brian Maggio.
Brian Maggio, which is the point I'm getting to. Who, by the way, is supposed to be 16. Fucking bullshit! Look at the size of this.
Size of the bloke. How's he 16?
Mate, he's not 16. He's huge. 6'4", mountain. Mate, do you remember? Get the picture up of Romelu Lukaku playing for the Anderlecht under-15s, mate. That's what it's like.
Yeah, that's quite funny. This is a classic. That's like when you have the like teacher-student football matches at school. That's like when we at Ivers football every kind of at the end of the summer we do parents get involved, right? And you kind of parents versus kids, and it's just like. I mean, they batter us because they're better, but it is ridiculous. But it's Brian Maggio. He's actually English. I think he's English born, but he's dual nationality with Luxembourg. So he did captain England at under 17 level. Yeah, and he's now playing senior for Luxembourg at the age of 16. That's crazy.
And obviously, I've done my internet-based research, which is looking at his YouTube highlights. Right, because we don't leave any stone unturned here at every week we follow. I do Google stuff, right? And he's I don't know. I mean, he's a beast. That's what I say. I watched a couple of the England highlights, and he didn't look great, if I'm honest. Like he was powerful, and he got. There's 3 clips in particular, and obviously it's only YouTube, but whereas he just beats a player, looks good going forward, and then boots the ball out, misses the chance. And I'm like, no, and I guess
he's young, Benny, right? No, he's broad. You're not going to expect him to find a 16-year-old who's banging him in.
I want the next Wayne Rooney. I expect Unai Emery to be scouting people and going, this kid's got the potential to play first-team football today. He has played 5 senior games for, is it Mets, whatever, in League One, I think it is, right? And so I always stand by the philosophy that if you're good enough, it doesn't matter about your age. So if he's 16 and he's good enough, fucking put him in the team. Right, let's see what he's made of.
It's an interesting, speaking of like young forwards as well, that I've seen some stuff where it's an interesting thing where the thought is that potentially Harvey Elliott going back to Liverpool, if we can make that happen.
But did you see what Arne Slot said about that the other night?
No.
I'm sure we had a message on TikTok or YouTube. He was on TikTok. He said you'd have to speak to Unai Emery because he's their player, as far as I'm concerned, like for the season. So I don't think he's going back to Liverpool. Slot said that before in the press conference before the who'd they play at the weekend.
Well, he might go back to Liverpool if we can just arrange, like if we can work out somewhere else for him to go. I think that's the thing.
That's a stepping stone. But if he's going back to Liverpool, it ends till the summer. So we're going to have to kind of find something.
I was going to say because some of the things that people are looking at probably wouldn't play, but maybe in the squad it would be because Louis Barry's coming back, isn't he?
Yes, I did read that. Well, this is what I'm saying, mate. So again, I'm intrigued because
I'm not going to lie, that's a player who can finish.
Well, yeah, but again, is Unai going to utilise these players? You've just bought Alisson, right? But you've got Sancho, who we're spending so much money on, right? And he's doing nothing. Like, don't get me wrong, against Palace, like he did his defensive duties, which is a great thing. But it's like gets on again. But you're not offering anything going forward. You are a flair player who's supposed to be the player that can unlock a defence and create something. And he just hasn't done it. We know there's a player there, but does that mean that we're going to continue with him because we know Emery likes to do that, right? When you know you've got a youngster on the bench who's probably going to be hungry and could potentially be even better, but he's not going to get the opportunity. What I don't want is you got this Matt Jones, you've got this Alisson, and we have to wait 2 years before we even see them in a Villa shirt. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's just because of the nowadays, right? Like we know we're exposed and we know about every single signing. Whereas, and I think the problem is that a lot of the time people look at these signings, they read into them, and they're like, "Oh, we bought such and such. Is he going to be in the team?" Blah blah blah. Whereas previously, you probably signed some of these players, and you wouldn't even know they've signed, or like they're just kind of brought in for development reasons and all these kind of things. So it's hard nowadays, just because every single transfer is kind of exposed and announced as these things. Actually, they could just be development players, but just running out of time, so I just wanted to. I'm just conscious of time, but we
5 more minutes, mate. Let's give it 5 more.
I wanted to get it onto our prediction then, Gaz. So
Yes.
I have updated every week we predict. I have put in the results now, so let's see where the leaderboard is now currently looking. Carl at the Villa he went for a 2-0 Villa win. Didn't get anything from that, but he did get 1 point from the Forest game.
Okay.
And Arsenal as well, because I've updated that one. He didn't get any points because he predicted a 2-1 Villa win.
2-1 Villa win.
Juice is catching him up. Juice has got 3 points for the Forest game.
Fair play.
Nothing for Arsenal, nothing for Palace, but now he's equal with Carl at the top of the table there.
It's all to play for.
Aaron got a point for Forest, didn't get a point for Arsenal. And we are 5th. We're still holding 5th, even though we've done 10 predictions less than everyone else, by the way.
Yeah. Champions League places, mate. Champions League places.
Yeah, exactly. So let's do one now, Gaz. Prediction for Spurs. What are we going?
Here we go.
In fact, I don't care. So I'm just kind of like...
Spurs are crap, mate. We're going to win 2-0.
90 minutes, by the way.
Huh?
In 90 minutes. In the game.
In 90 minutes,
yeah.
Spurs are crap. We're going to win 2-0. I don't. Spurs have got nothing going forward. Even with our second-string defence, we should still win this game.
I'm going for a 34th minute goal.
Okay, fair play.
34th minute first goal. So we're making that prediction. There we go. That is locked in. So as always, if you're not on here, every week repredict.com. Just sign up with your email address. It's completely free, all GDPR compliant and everything. Everything's secure, so we don't do anything with your data. Sign up on there, get predicting, and at the end of the season, whoever's got that will get some kind of cash prize. Not telling you what that is. Cool. Gaz, final thoughts.
Final thoughts, mate. My final thoughts are, like we said at the start, this is a free hit for me. Like, just mix it up a little bit, rest a few players. If we win, we win. Great. I'm not saying the FA Cup, I'm not going to take a run. I'd love to kind of win it. It would be, but it's not priority on my list, if I'm honest. That league, solidifying that top 4 or top 3 for me, and winning the Europa League has always been the main aim, and this will just be a bonus. You know, have we got a squad to compete in 3 competitions? Probably not. I think if you go out, I ain't got a problem, because we've got a squad to probably compete in those 2 in the league and Europa. And the other thing I want to touch on very briefly, and it's not FA Cup related, mate, is just Arsenal fans. I'm sorry, you're insufferable. Right? Since you beat us, generally before we played you, I was all for Arsenal winning the league, right? But oh my God. And then I watched the Liverpool game yesterday, and Martinelli pushing Conor Bradley off the pitch, mate, is absolutely...
He was really badly injured as well. That was a horrible injury.
And he's issued some bullshit statement today to apologise, right? He fucking was behind him when he saw it happen. First, he threw the ball at him while he's on the floor. And if you go back and watch Conor Bradley's face when he pushes him, he absolutely rinses in pain, right? Because his knees... If I was Liverpool, I'd be suing Arsenal for fucking assault. I'd be putting charges on him, because if he's injured him even more, right, it's out of order. I don't know who Arsenal think they suddenly are, for a team, by the way, that have the audacity to come and call other fans entitled, right? They've won fuck all in so long, right? And just because they've competed at the top in the last 4 or 5 seasons, they think they've got a God-given right to win the title. And it feels like the Premier League wants them to win it with decisions that are going for them, right? I'm sick of it. I hope they fucking fall off a cliff, right? If it's not us, Man City win the league, right?
I also hate them because of what they did to Emery, right? And all the comments.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, that the comments coming out about Emery as well, when we were doing the previews and stuff, and they were just like, he's been found out, he's bottle it, he's rubbish, he's found out an arse. I'm like, shut up, lad. Like, honestly, you've got a Lego haired manager who ain't got fucking Scooby. Like,
Mate,
just stop
I
it.
hope they win nothing. I hope they win nothing. Not take the Champions League, not take the FA Cup, finish third, right? And it's going to happen. Yesterday's result, 1-1 against Liverpool, is the 0-0 is the demise of Arsenal's title challenge. Watch it fall apart now. I can't wait. Come on.
Right, sing us out, guys.
Right. If you're going to the game on Saturday, please travel safe. There's fucking snow everywhere still and stuff, so just make sure you get there safely. Enjoy the game. I'm going to do a watch along Saturday evening, I think, and maybe some reaction with hopefully James if he's available. And then we'll see. So we'll see you for that. And as always, every week we follow the boys in Claret and Blue. Peace.
See ya.